Gone out of India, वो struggle कर रहा in this material existence. हाँ जी.
मन और 6 इंद्रियों के साथ, इसे मन भी संबंधित है, उसके साथ स्ट्रगल कर रहा है.
हाँ, स्ट्रगल कर रहा है नहीं, fighting. Okay, go ahead. चलिए पढ़िए कृपा.
His grandson and son is old man, but you see up देखो, just as young man of 20 years old. That is Krishna. Nava Yovanancha Adyam Purana Purusam Nava Yovanancha. And this rascal, they try to understand Krishna. Krishna personally said that Manusyanam Sahasresu Kashityatati Out of many million of persons, one is perfect. And out of many million of perfect persons, one can hardly understand what is Krishna. And this rascal understand Krishna. They remark that Krishna is like this, Krishna is like this. How much rascaldom it is. This is the Krishna said personally, and Lord Brahma said, Vedesu Durlabham. Vedesu Durlabham. You cannot understand Krishna by simply studying the Vedic literature. It is not possible. Then, how we shall understand Krishna?
How we shall understand Krishna? What Krishna said in chapter 18? Who will tell? Everybody? Very good. Translation? Anybody? Anybody wish to translate? Here? Pajavasi? Yes, Atmavit. Time is running out. Otherwise, ladies, Surabhi. Roughly.
Only by devotional service, one can know me, and one who knows me in truth can enter into the realm of God.
In the realm of spiritual realm. Yes. Anybody else? Surabhi? Yes, Suradhani?
Only by devotional service one can know me, and they can enter the realm of spiritual.
Little more? Somebody more clear? No? Another? More clear? Yes? You?
When one is in full consciousness of me, then only can he enter the kingdom of God.
Yes, yes. Good, thank you. Any other important verse? Okay. कौन तू सुन रहा? सीधा है, सरल है.
भक्त लोग ही मेरे को जान सकते हैं. तत्व दो जानते हैं.
सकता हो जाए जावन जश्चात्मी तत्व तो. हाँ. जानता तो जा.
जैसे जानने के बाद मेरे नाम को
प्राप्त होता. हाँ, ठीक है. Okay, go ahead.
There are many Vedantist scholars, they cannot understand. So many Vedantis there are in India, but they cannot understand Krishna. Nam prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samamvrita. Bhagavad Gita 7:25. Krishna said, I am not exposed to everyone. That is Krishna.
Now, full verse, who can say? My name form is difficult. Huh? But on I am is a revealed to him.
I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency.
You told that? Naham prakasha sapara. Yogo mayam samapita. Mudayam navijanati.
Mudayam navijanati.
Lokam
ajam avyayam.
Full, giving a smile. Yes, tell. Naham prakasha साइंटिस्ट क्या इसका तात्पर्य क्या है बताइए नो इल्ला टाइम इज रनिंग आउट Go ahead. Time is running out.
So therefore, how to understand Krishna? That is stated by Krishna himself. After many births, struggling to understand Krishna, Bhavanam Janamamante, not foolish people. Foolish person cannot understand, but even Jnanavan, who is wise.
Who is really Jnanavan according to Gita? Bhunam Jamat Jnanavan One who surrenders to Krishna, he is Jnanavan. Not surrendering, not Jnanavan. Is that clear? Everybody remember the sloka? Yes. Saying Bhunam Janamante. So many lives he has been speculating. Dry speculation. At one point he said, give up. Jnanavan. Who is Jnanavan? Prapaddate, one who surrenders. So real Jnanavan is Bhakta. And by Bhakti one can have Gyan and Vairagya. Who can tell that? Sloka Bhagavatam.
Vasudeva
Bhagavati
Bhakti Yoga Prayojika
Who will tell the meaning? Devaki Nandan, साधु आपका ये अर्थ मालूम है इस श्लोक का? चैतन्य डैश ब्रह्मचारी पता है? पता है? आपका पता है जी साइंटिस्ट? किसका पता है? माने कि सुरभि जैसे वासुदेव ना, वासुदेव भगवती to God Vasudev Bhakti Yoga Prayojita, one who rendered pure devotional service to the Lord Vasudev. Janayati creates or Vairagya, and Jnana also Jnana, Ahitukam, Bhakti and Jnana.
And Asu immediately.
And
Asu immediately.
Asu means very soon. So what it comes out, put together, will tell. Put up here.
After practicing devotional service, one very soon he comes to the point of renunciation and knowledge. And he understands that Vasudeva is Supreme Personality.
Very good. Applaud. Very good. Some of them often can answer, some of them always silent. Neither yes, not no, not. Maybe they are doubtful. Shall I say, shall I not? Okay, go ahead.
So,
everybody likes we have class like this? Yes, how many liked? Please raise hand. Very nice to see. I was just counting. Maybe 50 of you are here. Roughly, I think. Look like. But other time, I think, I am sure from tomorrow it will go on higher. Go ahead.
So foolish person cannot understand, but even Jnanavan, who is wise, perfectly wise, learned scholar, such a person, after many, many births, struggling to understand Krishna. That is Mahatma. One who has understood Krishna is Mahatma. One who doesn't understand Krishna or verify himself as Krishna is Duratma. Is not Mahatma.
So Mahatma is very, very rare. Where it is say, who will tell? Please raise hand. Yes. Mandakini, please. Everybody can hear. There is another one. Bahura Jamrante Jnanavan Prabodhate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samatma Sudurlabha. क्या आपको ये पता है ये श्लोक जी? आप ये श्लोक जाने आपने ना बोल में? हाँ
Krishna, Vasudeva, is the cause of all causes. Isvara Parama Krishna. One who has understood this perfectly.
Ishvara Parama Krishna. Who can tell? Where from? Who says? Raise hand. या आप बोल दो श्लोक पूरा खड़ा हो जाओ. फ्यूचर ऑफ इस्कॉन सबको
ईश्वर परमा कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम.
वेरी गुड. अपलॉड. हरि बोल. Better Hari Bol than applaud. Thereby you can once chant, remember Krishna. And Krishna you never forget. Okay. But this is little others can't culture. It's better this. Of course it's nice also.
One who has understood this perfectly, that the Supreme Controller, Isvara. Isvara means controller. Not only controller, but Supreme Controller.
What is Supreme Control? Another word. Tell me. You add another word, then it becomes Supreme Control. Parameshwara, Parameshwara. We are sometimes Ishwara. I am moving my hand. But Parameshwara can at any moment stop. There's a Muhammad Ali story, you know. I was greatest, no doubt. But, then but is there. But I was not greatest, I was greatest fool. This famous, we often tell this. Our BTG reporter went for interview with him and they gave this interview, this portion, so that he can preach. Okay.
Controller we are, every one of us are controller. Just like I am also controlling a few of my disciples, or 100 or 1,000, but Krishna is controller of million upon millions and million all universes. Sarva Loka Mahesvara. Simply to become controller does not become. Yes, that is also Isvara. You can say, but there is Paramesvara. These words are used in the Vedic language. Isvara, Paramesvara, Atma, Paramatma. So, there is one Paramatma. That Paramatma is Krishna. Atma, we are also Atma, living being. And Krishna is also living being. But we are not equal to Krishna. Krishna is the chief living being. Just like I am also living being, you are also living being, but you accept me as a chief of this institution.
Where it says, the sloka, that Krishna is eternal, living entity is eternal. Krishna is conscious, living entities are also conscious. But he depends he is providing all living entities. Yes, everybody knows this. Prabhupada often mentions this one. Among Nitya is Param Nitya. Among conscious, supremely conscious, But he is one who is providing everybody his details. Eko bahunam, jo vidodhati kama, whatever is desire. So those who are long time in the movement, at least 5-10 years, you find your desire, either material or spiritual or both, welcome at data. Some of your desires is fulfilled, you realize? Yes. Raise hand, please. So that you can adjust some realization. What is there? Saying. के अनुभव को अनेक दिन हमरा जो बहुत दिन है भजन कर रहा 5 साल 7 साल 10 साल कम से कम जो आपका इच्छा है अभिलाष है भगवान पूर्ण कर देता कि नहीं अब ये अनुभूति है कि नहीं महसूस है हाँ जी हाँ ठीक है देखो ऐसा अनुभूति यानी हम ये श्लोक में हमारा विश्वास है और दूसरा नहीं सब श्लोक में विश्वास
So we are Atma and Krishna is also Atma, that is Paramatma. We are Isvara, Krishna is also Isvara, but he is Paramesvara. Therefore we have named Godhead purposefully, not God. We don't say back to God. We say back to Godhead. Head means the chief. Everyone can claim that I am God because everyone has got some power, little power, but not the supreme power, that is Krishna. So, when one understands Krishna perfectly, he becomes Mahatma. Just try to understand, not a politician, not by changing dress, saffron color clothes. No.
So many times Prabhupada said this. Cloth is not stamp, cloth external, this is not your qualification. Real qualification, that is that. Okay?
One who understands Krishna perfectly well is Mahatma. Therefore, here it is said, Munivir Mahatma Bhi. The instruction was received from person, Munibhi, great philosopher. Not only philosopher, but Mahatma. Because one who has understood Krishna perfectly, this is the qualification of Guru. So, that qualification to attain, it is not very difficult. But because we are rascal, we don't try to take the qualification. That qualification is very simple. Who can understand Krishna? Krishna is not so cheap things. He has said already that Yatatam apisidaman kashin vetti man tatvata.
Where else this tattva is saying with relation to learning Krishna or bhakti tattva, who can tell? Raise hand. Any other place? Any other place? Yes, Gita, another. Yes, quick. Manusyanam sahasresu so many continue. Okay, good, go ahead.
So it is not very easy, but it is very easy if you take the process, easiest process. What is that easiest process? That easiest process, you don't talk nonsense. You simply talk what Krishna has said, that's all. And many times they give me very great credit that I have done wonderful. Yes, I have done wonderful. But what is the reason? Because I am not a rascal. I speak what Krishna has spoken. That's all. Very easy. Everyone can do that. Not only I. Any of you, you can do this. Simply speak what is, what Krishna has said. That's all. Don't make addition, adulteration, then you become rascal. Immediately you become rascal.
Remember, read it again what Prabhupada said.
Don't,
Not once, many places Prabhupada.
don't make addition, adulteration. Then you become a rascal. Immediately you become a rascal. So, you don't want to, if you don't want to become a rascal, if you want to become a Mahatma, then you accept what Krishna said and preach that. Krishna said, Mattam Paratanam Nana.
Whereupon? Huh? Okay.
There is no more superior authority than me. You say that. You say. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. It is, Krishna is the cause. You understand or don't understand. If you simply pick up the word of Krishna and talk like that, then you become Mahatma. There is no difficulty to become Mahatma. But these Duratmas, the rascal, they talk differently from Krishna. Therefore they are not Mahatma, they are all Duratma. Therefore the process is that if you want to make progress in Krishna consciousness, then you have to find out a guru who is Mahatma. Ado Gurvasrayam. That is the first business. Ado, in the beginning. Gurvasrayam, to take shelter of a bona fide Mahatma Guru. That is the Vedic instruction. Tad Vijnanartam Sagurum Evam Abhigachet. Must. Abhigachet. This verb is used, must. It is not that, oh, I can do without Guru. No. That is not possible. That is not possible. If you want to understand the transcendental sense, spiritual sense, you must approach. Gachet.
In this connection, you find Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur once said, you can try many, many lives on your own. You cannot make tangible progress in spiritual life unless you have got some spiritual guide, experience. On your own attempt, with own intelligence, this, that, reading book, no. You must have some. That is why you see even Krishna himself, he doesn't require Guru. But still, to set up example, Krishna, Ramchandra, always have some guide. Why? He doesn't require, just to set up example. You follow. Okay.
Tadu Jnanartam Sagurum Evabhik Gachet Samit Pani Srotriyam Brahmanistam. And Guru's qualification is Brahmanistam. Brahma. And again this word Brahman. And Krishna is Param Brahman. Again this Param. That Param Brahman has been said by Arjuna to Krishna. Param Brahma Param Dham Pavitam Param Brahma. My dear Krishna, you are Param Brahman. Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. So, the process is that if you want to make any progress, just like Narada Muni, he made immediately progress simply by associating with the Mahatmas only for 4 months. Why? That is explained in the next verse. What is that? Tyasevam me anuraktasya. I became attached to them. I became a lover of the Mahatmas. Anuraktasya prasritasya. I become obedient, not disobedient. The Guru Avagya, that is great offense. If you become disobedient to Guru, then your business is finished. These are the qualifications.
Anybody using to go to disqualification where another place said one should not disobey? Aparad? Third offense, Namaparad?
Namaparad. If you become disobedient to Guru, then your business is finished. These are the qualifications. Me anuraktasya, prasritasya, and atainasa, ata inasa means all my sinful activities stop. Nobody can understand the bona fide Guru of Krishna unless he is free from sinful life. Therefore, we have to accept this principle. No illicit sex, no gambling, no, I mean to say intoxication,
So,
no nudity.
Bhagavad Gita, where?
Yesam
Where is it?
Tuangatam Papam Yesam Tuangatam Papam Jam Punakarmanam Te Bantani Mutta Bhajate Madhikavatam.
पता है गुरुकुलिस? क्या आपका पता है? हाँ, आपका इसका अर्थ क्या है पता है? देवज्ञानंद जी उठ के आप बता दो, सबको सुना दो हिंदी में, जो कोई हो, इंग्लिश में आपका जैसा.
Those yogis who perform devotional service, they follow the bhakti with determination.
पूरा कहा? और कुछ बाकी है नहीं? बाकी आपको याद है? आप बता देगा? पूरा कर दो, आप दिखा दो, आप पूरा पता है.
जिनके पाप खत्म हो जाते हैं,
हाँ.
वो मोह से मुक्त होकर मेरी दृढ़ता से भक्ति में लगते हैं.
बहुत अच्छा. अपलॉड. हरी बोल. हेवी गुरुकुली? हो गुरुकुली तो सीख रहा, शिक्षक बांग्ला.
If you follow these four principles, then you become Atainasa. Atainasa. Your sinful life is stopped. So, Atainasa Sradhadanasya. Sradhadana means with faith and obedience, not that blindly. Sradhadanasya Balasya. And also he was a boy, but he got disqualification. Balasya Danta. Silent. No more playing. Anucharasya. Anuchara means following. These are the qualifications. If you become qualified with this quality, what is that? Anurakta means attached, obedient, no sinful activity, and faithful, and not disturbing, Danta, and follower. And if the Guru is Mahatma, and if you are qualified with this qualification, then the result will be there immediately. But there is no difficulty. One must be serious to understand, and he must approach a qualified Mahatma Guru. Then his business will be, transaction will be very nicely done. This is Vedic process. Is there any difficulty? Anyone can say, is there any difficulty to become Mahatma and to become a qualified disciple? It is very difficult? Say. If there is any difficulty. The devotee tell, no. Prabhupada.
What do you want to say? Yes or no?
Yes.
Difficult.
Easy nahi hai kitna sasta. Actually, he is good, but at least
Trying.
I am trying.
At
Other
least you
maybe
can
not.
try. Huh? Very difficult. You have to pay the price. To get something, everything has got proper price. Yes? Jai Krishna, you have to pay. Otherwise get that quality as the price is. Okay? Make sense? Make sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
Otherwise that quality thing we will get. Everything has got proper price. So many are deprived. Okay?
So where is the difficulty? There is no difficulty. The difficulty is the rascal will not do that. Do it. And the so-called Duratma, they are passing on as Mahatma. And the so-called disciple are passing as disciple. Therefore, the transaction is imperfect. Things are not coming out. But if the transaction is perfect from both the side, from the disciple's side and Guru's side, then Krishna consciousness is very, very easy. Thank you very much.
So Krishna also is easy, also difficult. Here it is explained how. Next one.
Next one.
Any discussion?
Yeah.
Any kind of comment? Any question? It is very nice. Sometimes it's called. The example is better than percept. No? This Prabhupada give me example of Narad Muni. Of course, this is called Yuga. Everything may not be like that. But still, Prabhupada said this is the ideal. And we should follow. May not be exactly, but at least as the way Prabhupada presented. That is what to say. Now, please tell.
Prabhupada, disobeying Guru's instruction includes what are the things? Like
one should take shiksha also.
Sometimes we are not able to follow, sometimes we ignore it, and sometimes we don't want to ignore, but we are not able to follow it as Guru expects from us. So that is also disobeying.
I will say, if our goal is to serious to go back to Godhead, you have to pay proper price. If not, take it easy. Doesn't matter this life, another life, or something like that. And naturally, determination, enthusiasm may not be that much. Yes or no? I can put it this way, as I understand, according to whether you accept or not, I don't know. But I understand this. I am seeing when a great personality comes, he set up example. Look, do this Gurukul, and he's doing, and do this for the householders, farm community. They're doing. This is for sannyasi brahmachari. I gave you sannyas. Don't take it for granted. Everything else, grihastha, grihamati, brahmachari or Brahman group, this, that. And so, don't think you have become something like that, exalted, like Guru. You now qualify yourself. So, again he says, the dress external is not that you are. It's your qualification that is what you are. So, we should take it seriously. And then, though you are doing some subject in a kindergarten or a primary school, there's a long way to go if you really want to become exceptional something. One life go back to Godhead, first class fast. How many first class fast? Maybe he's sitting at the first class fast. In your school, you have got good marks. You got to the university. Yes, scientist. Yes, I see. That is why he can be a scientist, different from others. Millions of government give sanction for project, and he is very tempted to do, but for some reason or other he gave up, is it? Everybody cannot. That is not so easy. Of course, it's not very easy. Again easy for some. There must be some factors. Some staying long time, some go away. Now I am surprised how they are come from America. Here these two. See, I saw her in New York and big cities. But here simple village, how they are adjusting, paying price. There is not America so much affluence. Here what is living very simple. And the house they live is simple, accepting. Must have passed qualification, good qualities. Everybody cannot. Some tried here, many. Gone back. From the early days, some came, stayed, couldn't stay long. Everybody has his past, way of living, used to some habit, inclination, but some can adjust. Fortunately, there are quite a few foreign or Indian living in foreign countries coming here, they are accepting. He's there, they are staying in London, but he is staying in a village. And I said, how do you like every time? He said, I like Maharaj Mayapur. My whole family is here. Some coming, going. Pilu just gone. But he look forward to come, na?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the French couple, a long time waiting. What he says? That
He will come soon.
come soon.
Yeah.
They told me. I said, keep in touch with Joy. Touch with him. I want French couple. Right. Maharaj, we like it here. And stayed also for some time, na? Few time. And they like to come back again. Stay here. Who was it? Anybody comes to Mayapur, they will like it. You see the tourists also come, everybody likes. As Bhakti-Vedānta Thakur says, Mayapur, Samudham, Tribhuvan, in the 3 words. Who was told one of his disciples coming from the west, feeling that he may go here and there, looking. So big leaders are there, but he's not looking at them, he's looking at somebody, local, long time there. Yes, this is, stay here. This is the understanding, he is not saying anything. What is in his mind? Of course he can read anything. This is the best, this stick is the best place in the whole of the universe. In the roof of Lotus building, walking. Follow Guru's instruction. Okay, go ahead.
And this next sloka is the 38th sloka.
Prabhupada has a lecture? Prabhupada has a lecture?
Yeah, lecture is there.
Yes, please. Yes.
Gyanam guyatamam yat tat sakshat bhagavat toritam anlavachan yamisanta kripaya dinavatsala. Translation. As they were leaving, those bhakti-vedāntas were very kind to the poor-hearted souls, instructed me in that most confidential subject which is instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself.
What is it? Poor-hearted soul? Dina Vatsal.
Very kind to poor-hearted soul. Instructed me in that most confidential subject which is instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself.
So, who Krishna told most confidential knowledge? Who can tell other places to other person? Huh? Let us see. I can tell that. Gita said, I am telling you again, most confidential.
Last chapter of the 18th chapter.
What is that? Is that all?
No, Sarva Dharma Parijyaja Malekam Saranam
Yes, okay.
So yesterday we have been discussing the symptoms of Guru and the symptoms of disciple. Who is actual disciple and who is actual Guru? It is stated by Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur, Sakshat Daritvena Samasta Sastre
Who will tell the translation? Devaganandan? Me? Chaitanya Das, Brahmachari? Any others? Kahantu? समस्त शास्त्र सब शास्त्र सिद्धांत है गुरु भगवान से अभिन्न है हाँ बहुत सब शास्त्र में ऐसा कहता कहते हैं बहु जब प्रिय ही बताओ भगवान का मोस्ट कॉन्फिडेंशियल
भगवान सबसे प्रिय है भगवान से उनको प्रणाम करो
अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है यस
So Guru's position is very exalted. Why exalted? Because he is the confidential servant of Krishna. Kintu Prabhur ya prayavatasya. One, suppose you want to do some business with some firm and a representative come to transact business. Naturally, one try to satisfy that representative so that the business can be done very fairly. This is a natural psychology. Similarly, Kintu Prabhurya Prevatas.
Everybody, please keep the ears.
Guru is very dear to Krishna because his business is to serve Krishna. His business is to execute the will of Krishna. Therefore, here it is said, Yaktat Sakshat Bhagavatoditam. Side, don't disturb in the Sakshat Bhagavatoditam. Sakshat means directly. What was spoken directly by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that is Jnana. That is real knowledge. Jnanam Guyatamam. Guyatamam, most confidential. Guya, Guyatara, and Guyatamam.
And Krishna, Lord told to Brahma Hatat, said, most confidential, he said, Paramam Gujam, Paramam, supremely confidential. This is Paramam Gujam, I am telling. Krishna is telling the fourth sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, which all transcendentalists, either personality, but all accept this very seriously. This fourth sloka. What is Maya telling, what is God, and two other sloka, famous. All the personalists, impersonalists know this, a big purport.
So, what is that verse in the 18th chapter? Guyatamam praviksyami. The conclusion is that the most confidential knowledge is that which is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. And what is it said in the Bhagavad Gita? Guyatamam. Find out this verse. Iti te gyanamakhyatam guyataram maya vimrisyatat asasena yattichasi tata kuru. 63 of 18 chapter.
Where Bhakti Yoga is considered is the king of all knowledge. You can tell the verse. And there he also says, he is most confidential. King of all confidential things. Rajavidya Rajagujam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pattakam. Translation. This is of the Indonesian language. Anybody? Translation? Huh? Yes, tell roughly. This is the king of all knowledge.
Rajavidya Rajaguru. This is the king of all the knowledge. And Rajaguru. This is the most confidential.
Pavitram.
Pavitram. This is the purest of
And Susukham. Joyfully can be performed. And something. Pattakha, directly one can realize. Soul and God. Okay, everybody heard yes? Yes. Not everybody is saying yes. Who says yes, please tell them. Come on, why you say yes? Huh? No? Near two of you ever at this table who said yes. Yeah, Devaki, stand up.
This is the king of knowledge. This is secrets of all secrets. This is joyfully performed.
Very good.
This is confidential knowledge. This is the king of knowledge. This is the purest knowledge.
And can directly perceive the Lord. Yes, okay. Tell her, please. Sit down. Applaud. Nobody standing, but he's standing and tried his best. Okay. And cover.
So Krishna personally giving the most confidential knowledge. And here it is also mentioned, the Santi person, the Mahatma, they simply spoke what was spoken by Krishna himself directly, that's all. Here it is stated, Anva Vachan Yamisyanta Guyatamam Yat Tat Sakshat Bhagavato. This is very important statement. Gyanam Guyatamam. The most confidential part of knowledge is that which is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. Anyone who is interested in spiritual knowledge, they will be benefited simply by accepting what Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita. That is jnana. And that is also stated by Krishna, etat jnanam, etat anyata ajnanam. Anything beyond this knowledge, what is spoken by Krishna, that is agyan, ignorance. That is not jnana. Unfortunately, it has become a fashion now to interpret Bhagavad Gita in their own foolish way and mislead the public. This I have repeatedly spoken in many places, that in the Western country, so many Swami and Yogi, they went there for the last at least 100 years. 100 years from India, many Swami and Yogi have been, still they are going, but they could not turn even a single person to Krishna consciousness, not a single person. Throughout the whole history of these 100 years of Swami going to the Western country, but could not turn even a single soul to understand Krishna. This is a fact. It is not that I am very proud, no. The truth must be spoken. Why they could not do so? The defect was that they did not say what Krishna said directly. They said their own word. They manufactured their own philosophy. Here I meant to say something person, the Mahatma, Gamishyanta, when they were going, he confidentially said what was spoken by Krishna directly. That is the secret of success. Try to understand. Anvavochan Gamishyanta Kripaya Dinavassala, Guru or Mahatma, they are very merciful. Merciful in this way, that they know how a person can be elevated to the topmost platform of knowledge, and they can give it. And this is not very difficult. It is said here that Yaktat Sakshat Bhagavatooditam, this is mercifulness. A Guru's business is to deliver the same message as Krishna said, then is Dina Vassala. Otherwise, if he says something else, is a cheater, is not Guru. He must be to the suffering humanity, being kind upon them, Dina Vassala. Dina means very poor, poor in knowledge. The present moment, not only the present moment, always, those who are in the material world, they are very, very poor. Very, very poor. Griyanam Dina Chetasam. Because their mind is very crippled. They are thinking that this duration of life, say 50 years or 20 years or at most 70 or 100 years, that is everything, that's all. Therefore they are very poor. Their expansion of knowledge is very, very meager, and it is the business of a saintly person to be kind upon them. That this is not the life. You are thinking, making adjustment to live for 50 years or 100 years very comfortably, or even next life. Karmi, they also take consideration of the next life to be promoted in the heavenly planet or other higher planetary system. But still, they are poor. Poor because they are lacking in knowledge.
So,
life.
Who go to the demigods? Planet of demigods. Who go to higher planets? Yeah. Who go to lower planets? Bhagavad Gita, Asrham. Okay. So it helps we this way revise? Yes?
Yes.
You can sharpen. Okay.
Because they are lacking in knowledge of eternal life, full of knowledge and blissfulness. That they do not know. So
eternal. I already said now I was going to ask.
So it is the business of the Mahatma to enlighten them the real platform of life. Krishna said personally, Mamupetya punarjana
Dukhalayam asasvatam Natyanti atmana sankhiti paramangata.
This is real life. To go back to Om, back to Godhead, Krishna, Mamupetya. If you go back to Om, back to Godhead, that is Samsiddhim Paramam. That is the highest perfection of life. But generally almost everyone, 99.9% people, they want to become happy with
by staying in this, yeah? 99.9% want to be happy staying in this material world. It includes also their practicing devotional service. Prabhupada said, they are doing devotional service. Among them also very few want to go back to God. They want to hear Hari Bol, that's all. Hare Krishna, nice chanting, dancing, prasad, Hari Bol. Not serious to go back. Eternal life, full of knowledge and peace. No birth, no death, no old age, no disease. I heard Prabhupada said very few devotees want to go. Okay.
In the Mahatma, they give the knowledge that this is not the life, this is a temporary platform, asasvatam. And Dukalayam asasvatam. This is confidential knowledge. You are trying to be happy, suppose Brahma. You live for many millions of years. Still, it is Dukalayam asasvatam. That life is also temporary. What is million of years duration of life in comparison to eternal life? So beginning from Brahma down to the small end, whoever is within this material world, it is to be understood, their understanding is very poor. And the Mahatma, being kind upon this poor soul, they deliver the same knowledge as Krishna gave. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja aham tam sarvabhavevyam. This is Guru's business. Do not manufacture it. Do not manufacture anything. There is no question of. There is no need of manufacturing anything. Simply you speak to the suffering humanity the same thing which Krishna said. Sakshat Bhagavata Uritam. This is the business of Guru. It is clearly said. Narada, he will explain further in the next verse how he become advanced. This verse is very important. That Jnanam Guyatamam Yattat. Actually, perfect knowledge you can get from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and in Parampara system you get that knowledge. Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Parampara means they don't change the word of Krishna, that is Parampara. Krishna said, Mammana Bhava Bhakto and then Parampara system said the same things, no change. They never said that I have now become Krishna and you surrender to me, think of me. There are many so-called incarnations who are preaching like that. You think of me, same. Repeating the same word in his own favor, not in Krishna's favor. That is not Mahatma, that is Duratma. Mahatma means who always speak in Krishna's favor. That is Mahatma. This is the purport of this verse. Jnanam Goyatamam Yattat Sakshat Bhagavatam. Bhagavan said, Sarva Dharmam Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Vraja. So, our business should be to repeat the same things, that you give up all nonsense engagement, simply surrender to Krishna. Simply you think of Krishna, simply become a devotee of Krishna, simply offer obeisances to Krishna, that will make your life successful. This is Mahatma business, Sakshat, not indirectly, directly. Here Krishna said, Uyatamam. Say, as to read again the sloka from 18th chapter, 63. Gita is reading iti te jnanam akyatam yoyatyatam maya imnisyatak asishena yatechasi tata guru. Prabhupada.
You see, dear Jata Ichchasi Tadak, you deliberate. You all have got little independent free will. Now you surrender to Krishna, you follow Krishna, others will be carried away by your whim. So Krishna is giving choice. I told what is good for you, what I am saying, but you don't want to, and it's up to you. This is we face. Many times in dilemma, no? That's why here is the example. With all example you can give, and accordingly you can see whether I can surrender or not. Yes? If somebody is more pious, it is easier for him to surrender. More somebody is not that pious, and maybe has also seen other thing, hesitant. Isn't it?
Yes.
That's why I said, Je shantu antagatam papa. Janang puno de danda moha nirmukta bhajante maham viroda. That is the difference. It's difficult, yes. But if you surrender, and everything becomes simple. It was encouraging. Surrender. Have faith in Krishna. Anyway, then do gradually. This is very important. And Krishna says, Je jatha mam prabuddhante, as you surrender, accordingly he reciprocates. He is neutral. He is not favoring anybody. As you do, and accordingly respond. Now is jatha ichchasi. And Krishna is enlightening him, and we can get enlightenment from there. Then he said, Nasta moha now mao, illusion is over. Sitil labdha, I came to my original consciousness, yes. Kodishe bhajna, now I'll follow your instruction. I accept whatever you say, everything total as truth. Not that this portion. In our case, this look I think is true. I realize, red line. And one do you find you are putting red line in books so many places now. One day the whole book you find here. This is devotees have experienced like that. I am doing, if I do more I do Santa, more I will be putting red line, then ultimately putting red line in all pages. The more realizing on the other hand. You can surrender soon. You can go back soon. We are discussing because what Prabhupada says is realization of devotees. I'm just repeating so that Keu sune seke, there is a Bengali saying. One who learned from somebody's experience, sune seke, hearing, he's saying he has experience, he's a long time doing, I am not. Keu teke seke, some want to have experiences, I will see, I carry on. And so he get kick of Maya, and again bitter and come to his senses and surrender. This is more bad experience go through. And when we accept he is my Vaidusha, he has experience, let us do it, he has experience. I don't have to go through all getting kicked from Maya. There is a Bengali saying, Prabhupada. Keu sune seke, hearing, he learns. Our process is hearing, yes? Important things one want to make advancement in spiritual life, first thing is hear very su with rapt attention, with love and faith, hear from higher authority. Which he has experienced, he has gone through, and I have to again go through, if I don't listen, have bitter experiences and come to his senses. So this is better, hearing. Simply by hearing one can go back to Godhead, become a pure devotee. He will give up all bad habits, this, that, simply by hearing. Of course, that person has to be very pure. Sadguru. Yes, Sukadev Goswami. He is telling, and in 7 days he hearing, all changes coming. He stop eating, sleeping, everything, drinking. Even don't care. Let the snake come. You go on speaking. You see? So much you get to hear. Tell you one story. Incident, past time. Once, this Gaur Purnima. So devotee comes all parts of the world. Sometimes come to Prabhupada's room also. Sit down, Prabhupada, like a father. Morning walk, evening, shooting park, always enlightened. Father just like train his son, mother train daughter. So Prabhupada, his spiritual father, is always talking. Evening in the garden, sit down, there is a chair, still now. That park is still remain as it is in the Lotus building opposite. You sit down evening and devotee come and he is telling. But most of the time in his room, morning, evening, tourist, some big guest come. Otherwise, devotee comes sitting, otherwise start talking. So one day he is talking Krishna Katha. To the Brajavasis live Krishna. And the Brajavasis, first time, devotees one saw Prabhupada is talking, curiosity came, just like we watch early days TV and send for something, we forget. And we so absorbed. So devotees coming, when he coming, forgetting everything, listening. Prabhupada talking. In the morning. Gathering more. Prabhupada's room packed up. Prabhupada's attached to his bedroom or eating room, there is also some entered, as long as you can hear. Veranda, huge wide veranda, maybe 10 feet wide or something, no? If not, at least 7, 8.
10.
Yes, very nice. So you can see how many can, through the window, peeping behind him, packing. Other side, some going. Out of interest, liking, more. Rapt attention. Su, Saddhadanas. With love and faith, hearing, rapt attention. Hearing from a pure devotee means almost like a Sabda Brahma. Not necessarily same effect through the machine coming tape. Different. That is Sabda Brahma, direct you hear. More effective. Suddenly, nobody has got the sense of how time is passing. I think offering noon time, what time? 12টার সময় ঠাকুরের দুপুরবেলা 12:15. So still then, maybe almost 1 hour left. Suddenly, 1 hour or so, something, maybe little more or less. Some guy creating disturbance to come through the crowd, making his way towards Prabhupada. He was feeling disturbed, looking at him without making any noise. Suddenly, this arrested the attention of Prabhupada. Who is creating the disturbance? Prabhupada, me. Why you are doing this? Can I support you? Now you want to talk to you. No, you go, talk to your boss. Who are you? I am kitchen in charge. Talk to your boss. What is the problem? I am here talking Harikatha. They are listening. And Prabhupada, only you can solve. Boss cannot. What I can solve? Sir, what is got to do with the kitchen, prasad and here? Yes, there is something. Plus let me, please, and let me come to you and tell you, please listen. You're disturbing. Okay, tell what? Who were these people is supposed to be there. They didn't go. So what? No, the problem is that I require utensils. So get utensils from somewhere. No, not that. But if they don't eat, I require the utensils And if they don't eat, I don't get utensils. They are occupied. I see. So, if they go and eat, then I can use them. Otherwise it will be late, noon prasad. I require those for cutting sabji and putting it there. And Prabhupada, you understand when he's telling the detail. They didn't, there are a good number here waiting. At that time there are not so many like later. So Prabhupada could understand. But so long the devotee is so much absorbed, they never thought of. They forgot morning breakfast time gone, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30, almost 11:15 or something like the 11. This is called Sususu Suddhadhanas. Hearing with rapt attention, love and faith. Then, very effective. Hearing, then you glorify, you tell all those things. Then you remember, then Krishna will remind you. We don't know when our end is coming. Maybe right now. We should be prepared like that, Prabhupada said. Any moment I can, this is the last moment. Then you become serious. Some say, how can become serious? The thing, any moment I can die. They make the best of it in Krishna consciousness. But sometimes we are with enthusiasm, another time, no enthusiasm. Yes? But this is common. In general, all to go through all these things. It's called Ghano Tarola. It's some term. Ghano means something very thick. And Tarola means something very light, diluted. Vishaya Sangara, struggling with sense object. Shall I eat? Shall I not? Maybe one day I eat 5 samosa. Okay. Sometime maybe no. Then noontime I can't eat. But sometime we forget all this. I'll manage noontime. Eat something little, that selected thing. Nah? It's called tug of war. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tug of war between object of senses and my, shall I take, shall I not? Shall I go, shall I not? Shall I do, shall I not? Isn't it? This is called Vishaya. Vishaya means object of senses. Brahmachari. I should not see. Nobody is there. Yes. Everybody is sleeping. Seeing, everybody seeing. Paramatma is seeing, recording. What is Jamduta see? Chitragupta? Chitragupta. Without your knowledge, he is recording. I see, yes. Record. What I did? Mandapurishi, I am a sage. Why this happened to me? Yamraj, I am going to curse you. Doesn't matter, you curse what? Yes, you did something. Chitragupta, check the record. Checking. Yes, got it. What? In your childhood pastime, childhood days, you are not naughty boy? You are not doing mischief? Well, everybody is a naughty boy, childhood pastime. Everybody do something mischief. But we are not in knowledge. Knowledge is not, knowing, not knowing has no excuse. There is no excuse, I don't know law. No. What I did, tell. You did the same thing what happened to you now. So in Bible says, as you sow, so you reap. I put, by the side of Ganges, I sow this seed. What seed? Neem. So it is tasting bitter. He sowed Alpha Hanso. Alpha Hanso is very tasty. He is tasty, why bitter? It is so bitter. Neem. Though both of them taking Ganges water. One is bitter, one is sweet. So you took a grasshopper, or what is called dragonfly. There's some like like a helicopter. In the beginning, it's very thick. Then it's getting pointed. Sometimes see, all the kids play. We also played. I remember. Very big wing and transparent, almost transparent. Maybe America there. Some season before coming to some particular season, many you will see that flying. In front, big eyes, and body, and then pointed. So what I did, you broke from a tree one thorn and pushed it from behind, from the bottom of his body. So it's the same thing you are put in a lens. Isn't that same? Anyway, I am little boy, I cannot understand all these things. I don't know. You may not know, but he is feeling pain. So it will come back to you. Anyway, I curse you. Yeah, he became bidud. He doesn't mind. Devotee doesn't mind. This is sadhu. This is sadhu. When Devahuti asks, sadhu is not Tilak Mala, Prabhupada sadhu is character. So what is that character? When Devahuti asks her son, who is Devahuti's son? God? How do I know a sadhu? Kapila Deva is saying, symptom of it. Heard the first word he said, Titiksha Karunika Suhidang Sarvadehinam. Suhidang, not to human being. Sarvadehinam, to all living entities. Nectar of devotion, Rupa Goswami says, if somebody does good to all living entities, at once he becomes very dear to Krishna. So there is so many things are written already, he can become dear to Krishna. Do good to other living entities, doesn't matter how insignificant he is. Sometimes to a sadhu, even scorpion doing this, but he put it there, he doesn't kill him. So, Prabhupada says scorpion and others in scripture said, you kill them, sadhu become pleased, because he will get higher birth. But to any living entity, usually. The sadhu's character is this, he is giving him, calling bad names, so many things, saying, cause, bleeding. He asked, Nityananda Prabhu, chant Hare Krishna. What? Chant Hare Krishna? Break! Ask. And then he came to know bleeding. Still he is saying, please chant. Doesn't matter. He is bleeding, don't do it. This is sadhu. Saistinado Pishuni Chena, Taruri was Saisana, Kunti Devi, Draupadi, Panchapandav, Vidura, Bibhishan, Prahlad Maharaj, Haridas Thakur, Nityananda Prabhu, so much tolerating. What we are tolerating? Mahajana Jena, you follow their footprints, you can easily become. You can be a grain of dust, all this person, Mother Kunti or Draupadi. You can become a great devotee. That is why there is a sloka Prahlad Maharaj says, and Jarabharat says to King. What is that? Unless you take the dust and smear your head, you will become very menial servant. Or whatever, also do this, Prabhupada said. You cannot know what is bhakti, not even bhava bhakti, without their mercy. Become a humble servant. Narad Muni did, Narottam Das Thakur did to Lokanath Goswami. At once, though he promised, I won't make any disciple, made him to break because of his serving attitude like a menial servant. You can conquer his heart. Okay. How Prabhupada is saying, Jayananda, he said, in this boy, I think this life will go back to Godhead. But there are many in the limelight of that institution at that time, and he is not that big exalted position in terms of designation, dress. What Prabhupada is saying here. Okay. I'm telling example. Alright.
So we have got the little independence. Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. But why people are not doing that? Because they have got little independence. Every living entity is part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna has got the quality of full independence. Naturally, the part and parcel of Krishna is also independent. But that is not absolute independence. It's like independent country, America, independent country. We are also now independent country. But the citizen, they have independence dependent on the state independence, not absolute independence.
Yes, state law is there.
Similarly, we have got independence, we are living entity, we have got independence, but dependent on the independence of Krishna, not absolute independence. So, therefore, we become entangled in our own karma. Krishna does not give anyone a position.
Sometime, Bhakti-vedāntas Thakur said, please come to a place. Yes, I'll go if Krishna so desire. Some cannot understand this. It simply means I will try. Okay, I will go. But unless Krishna's desire, in between, even there is a saying, between cup and the leaf, cup and the lip. Many things could happen. He is going to take the drinks. So why not this also? Everything is Krishna's hand. He may try, but he may not be able. As if Krishna so desires, yes, he will try. Bhakti-vedāntas often say that. So many things happen. People take it for granted. Yes, you come. Okay. As I see Panjika, this time don't go. So many things can happen. You try, you could make it. কাজ হচ্ছে এগোচ্ছে আচ্ছা
That is stated.
Go ahead, there's something in.
That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that he does not give anyone a better position or anyone an inferior position. Everyone creates his own position. Krishna simply ordered that this is your position. Now you enjoy your suffering. We create our own position. Therefore, the most confidential part of knowledge is Krishna said that Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. That is guyatamam. Gyanam guyatamam. The same things as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of Srimad Bhagavatam. One who has understood Bhagavad Gita properly, he can understand what is Srimad Bhagavatam. Where Bhagavad Gita ends, ... Bhagavad Gita teaching of Bhagavad Gita ends at the point when Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. And the Bhagavata begin from that point. Jamnali asa yata.
Janmadi asya yata.
Satyam param dhimai. Satyam param dhimai. Surrender. Otherwise, in the next paragraph of the Srimad Bhagavatam, at the beginning, Dharma projita koitavatra. Except surrendering to Krishna, there cannot be any religious system. The real religious system, Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. That is religion, to surrender to Krishna. Otherwise, as it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharma projita koitavatra. All cheating type of religion system is kick out from Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Kick out, projita. To merge into the Supreme, to become God, to become incarnation of God. This kind of religious system is very kindly, very rigidly kick out from Srimad Bhagavatam because they are not religion. Their religion is surrendered to Krishna. Therefore,
So what are the surrender in more distinctly some points? Anybody knows? He's saying 6 points. Can everybody tell each one point? Right hand. Don't say the same thing another person. Please, among the new devotees, those who are not that long in the movement. কত নম্বর? আচ্ছা, আর কে বলবে? হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, একটা উদাহরণ দিবে? হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে। प्रतिकूल वर्जनम एक दृष्टांत बता दो।
जी, जैसे बाहर का खाना नहीं खाना जो प्रसाद में।
ठीक ठीक, बहुत अच्छा। देवो की तुम एक बताएगा। सरेंडर का 6 पॉइंट है, ये दोनों 2 पॉइंट बोला, अनुकूल प्रतिकूल नकी, और एक बोला दोनों, लास्ट वन। हाँ हाँ, आत्मनिवेदन। অনেকে আত্মনিবেদন বলে, অনেকে দৈন বলে, মিকা না হাম্বল। ঠিক আছে, অন্যভাবে বলা। এনি আদার লেডিজ? সরি, হ্যাঁ, কৃষ্ণ is my maintainer, na? Firm faith, and also
my guardian, protector.
My guardian, protector. There is another one, na 5th.
Please do
Everything for Krishna, interest. Can you please summarize all the, tell all the 6 alone? जी, आप पीछे बोलो कुछ तो, आप साइंटिस्ट है, बोलो।
Krishna is my master.
बोलते रहो, कृष्ण इज माई मास्टर। अच्छा, इसका मतलब क्या?
He is the maintainer. He
अच्छा।
provide everything.
अच्छा, लिखा है कृष्ण प्रोवाइड एवरीथिंग, उसमें क्या फार्म फेथ ना क्या? अच्छा, बोलिए यार। 6 में time is running out. This is one of the qualification to in time answer, otherwise eliminated, disqualified. देवकी नंदन, आप बता दो पूरा 6 पॉइंट। नहीं तो चैतन्य दास ब्रह्मचारी कौन बताएगा? फटाफट 6 पॉइंट, जितना बता नहीं सके खड़ा हो जाओ, ये सब सुने सके। हाँ, देवो की रेडी रहो, और जो कहने नहीं सकता आप बता दो, पूरा कर दो, दिखा दो।
जी, भक्ति के अनुकूल काम करना।
हाँ, एक उदाहरण दिखा दो।
जी, जैसे सुबह जल्दी जगना।
हाँ,
और प्रतिकूल काम को त्यागना।
हाँ, जैसा
जैसे बाहर का खाना नहीं खाना।
हाँ,
और फिर ये विश्वास नहीं भगवान हमारी रक्षा करेंगे।
हाँ,
और भगवान ही मेरे क्या बोलते, मुझे हर चीज़ देंगे।
हाँ,
पालन
जरूरत है। हाँ,
और
खाना पीना,
उनकी इच्छा के लिए काम करना।
हाँ,
और फिर
लास्ट
दास धन्य।
हाँ, ठीक। अपलॉड, गुड बॉय। देवो की भी ताली लगा रहा। आप भी खड़ा हो जाओ, आप भी बता दो। आप सुना, याद है? हाँ, कोशिश कर तो सबको सुना दो, हमको नहीं, सबको सुना दो।
सुबह जल्दी उठना।
एक उदाहरण दिया, ये क्या है? अनुकूल। ठीक है, बोलते रहो।
बाहर का खाना ना खाना।
बहुत अच्छा, ठीक है। घबरा जाते हैं, आप बोल्ड। आप उसको सहयोग करेगा, याद करा देगा ना क्या? दोस्त है, तुम्हारा यार है। बैठो, ठीक, बहुत अच्छा। Very nice from childhood. Learning is a foundation becoming stronger. If somebody from childhood does all everybody, the grihastha, we are not going to, we did not in the beginning do brahmachari, all these things training, but you make your son or children, then they will deliver their father and mother, and they should be proud of their son. And that. So read please. Is that all right?
Surrender. Other way, in the next paragraph of the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the beginning, Dharma Prajito Kaitavastra. Accepting surrender to Krishna, there cannot be any religious system. The real religious system, therefore Krishna said, Sarva Dharman Parityajan Mamekam Saranam. That is the religion, to surrender to Krishna. Other way, stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharma Prajita Kaitavastra. All cheating type of religion system, you kick out from Srimad Bhagavatam. Kick out Prajita. Therefore, it is said, Yattat Sakshat Bhagavata Uditam.
1 minute. If I may draw your attention and ask you, have a poll of opinion. Are you relishing or want some change as Kirtan? Yes? Want some change? A taste? Some little Kirtan?
Yes, sir.
Then again, if you like, I just want your opinion. Please raise hand who you want little change and little Kirtan. No, you want hearing. Silent, what does it mean? Yes. Or third one, you want to finish today? So this is same at the same time different. Both is Krishna consciousness. But this change of taste. Huh? He's looking here and looking there.
Looking Maturai.
Maturesh? Itu kirtan korbe? Looking here and there. Do you have instrument?
Yes, yes.
Everybody agrees?
Yes.
I feel they may get little, saying Buddha. Some change, variety, spice of life. I sometimes feel sleepy or something. Wake up, spirit soul. Jeev jago. Jeev jago, Gaura Chanda bole.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Jaya
राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम सुंदर राधा जय वृंदावन जय नवदीप धाम जय गंगा माई जय कृष्ण जय राम महामंत्र संकीर्तन जय भूत